Happy Friday afternoon, everyone. I hope everybody's doing well today as we approach the weekend. We're here at Lowe finishing the week strong. There's some things that went home either yesterday or they'll be going home today that I wanted to share with you real quick through video just so you have an understanding, because I think communication is important for this. We gave our MAP test for the first time this fall a few weeks back to all our students. It's a district-wide assessment. It's given in the fall, it's given in the winter, and then it's given in the spring across the whole district, K through 12. And it is given in reading and in math. And the MAP test is new to us. It was new to us last year. And so we're continuing to learn about it with our kids and how to utilize it. But it does a couple of things for us. It gives us some good information on where our kids are at this time in reading and math related to benchmarks. And then it also gives our teachers a ton of data on standards that they need support with or standards that they've mastered to help us with our instruction. So there's a lot of good uses with it as we continue to learn about it and utilize it. I want you to understand some of the things that went home. There is a cover letter that says Parents Guide to Map Growth in blue. It helps explain how the assessment works, and it gives some definitions of different things on the back that are on the individual report that you get. So this is useful to help clarify questions about what you're looking at. Also, in grades 1 through 5, Mr. McIntosh, our goal clarity coach, put together this kind of template report with some notes on it. So if you're in grades 1 through 5, this is what your child's individual report looks like. And it has a name, their name on it. And then it has past tests, the past MAP test from last year, and then the one for this fall. And then what Mr. McIntosh did for us is he went through and he kind of labeled and put little notes to just clearly mark, like, this is what this means and this is what this is. If you need any help kind of looking at the data on that page for your child. So I think that will be useful as an example. And then as far as kindergarten has a separate one with it. So you don't have this grade 1 through 5. You have a kindergarten one since they didn't take that assessment last year. And so just explaining what's on there for your child. I want to explain a couple things. First off, number one, this is just one assessment. It's one data point. And just like anything on a day when a child sits down to take it, or just like anyone, sometimes it'll go well, sometimes it might not go as well. That's why we use it as just one thing to look at when we're looking at our kids. So it's important to keep that in mind, whether your kid did great on it or whether your kid did not do as well as you thought would go on it. It's just important to keep that one data point. And then the second part I want to show you is on this, it also has a Lexile range that shows kind of the reading Lexile level that your child is at, and that's marked on there by Mr. McIntosh. And we also gave a form that shows the pick strategy and gives some information on, based on what the Lexile range is, how you can help pick texts for your kid to read with them. And so I think that will be useful if you're trying to figure out what level to read with your child at home. And it gives information on how to figure that out based on the Lexile range. Also for our kindergartners, I'll be honest in that kindergarten data is probably the least accurate. If you think about a kindergartner in the fall coming to school and taking a computer-based assessment, some have not even used computers, some don't, if it's asking to click and drag or do certain things with it. So, I would look at that, especially in kindergarten, and look at it and see how they did. But again, remember that I would say from an accuracy standpoint, at the kindergarten level, it's probably the least accurate, especially in the fall. So that's important to understand. If you have any questions about it, all our teachers as well are, have these reports. Obviously, they sent them home and can talk to you about them. And then we'll do this in the winter as well and in the spring to measure growth. So this is coming home. I wanted you to understand this, have some information on this, and I think it can be useful to look at. So that's it. So have a great weekend, and I will see your kiddos on Monday.